I'm happy for the win. I am happy for the win. What I'm not happy about is hearing these fellow Cowboy fans, these fickle Dallas Cowboy fans, and we have a bunch of them. And I see why the Eagle fans and so many other fans despise our fans. We are some of the most fickle people on the planet. I'm going to tell you why. Stand by. I'm happy for the win. Thank you for stopping by the channel, JMac Sports 24/7, right? I'm JMac, right? So I'm watching the game, and it's not going as I anticipated. I really thought that CeeDee Lamb was going to do better than what he presented. And thank you, CD, for making up for the drop pass. And that's what I'm getting at right there on that particular issue. The number one wide receiver wearing the number 88, and you're wide open. It's just too easy. You're a professional. You're supposed to catch those as well. That's the most difficult catches. It shouldn't have been that close to score. All right. That's not my really beef here. It could have been if you didn't make it up in the end zone with that incredible one-handed catch. So thank you. And this is what we heard in training camp, how you was catching the ball, how you was tearing it up. This is what we heard, you know. Now, here's my beef. You know, I'm trying to gather to see what everyone else is talking about as the game is progressing, and especially at the conclusion of the game. So I'll go online, go on YouTube, and I'm looking at, you know, my fellow YouTubers, and you guys are knowledgeable. They are knowledgeable. You know, majority of them, what I've seen are, you know, appear to be under 40 years of age. Okay, nothing wrong with that. You're savvy, you're computer savvy, you know how to set up your YouTube channel. You've been doing it for years. So you're good at what you do. You're good at conversing. You're good at it, right? Streaming, live streaming. And then, of course, I look at, you know, our adversaries. You know, I want to look at, you know, what they're thinking about, you know, our team, the boys, and what they have to say about some of my fellow compadres of Cowboy fans. And of course, I'm gonna get the negativities and the hate. I see that. I know that's coming because I've been doing this for. When I say doing this, I've been a Cowboy fan since I was knee high. So I you know, this is normal to me. But you know, I get it. I get why so many Philadelphia Eagle fans outside of our division, outside of our conference, who have teams that they root for, really, they have their favorite team and they have the team they love to hate, which is the Dallas Cowboys. And for the life of me, for the longest, I couldn't understand why. I mean, we don't even play in your division. We don't play in your conference. Why you despise Dallas? And you know, almost to a fault, they all say, it's the fans. It's the fans. The bandwagoners that jump on when we're riding high, and that's been quite a while. But when we, that's irritating to a lot of other fans, and I get that. You know, that will irritate me as well. You know, I remember when the Carolina Panthers was doing pretty good a few years back, and all of a sudden, all these Panther fans come out of the woodwork. Don't even live in North Carolina, right? But they're Panther time fans. Like, where, you know, of course, they, you know, fizzled and no show. That was it. All right. Now, I'm looking at I'm online. I'm looking at the chats and some of the channels of my fellow Cowboy compadres. Cooper Rush Cooper Rush. Yeah, I'm digging Cooper Rush. I'm digging what he's doing right now. I'm digging it, right? I'm digging what he's doing, right? But what I wasn't, what I didn't like hearing, well, we don't need Dak. We don't need Dak Prescott. I mean, we had the owner, go publicly and say he welcomes a quarterback controversy. And then, Coop put up a performance as he did last night. And then, and then I'm sure he's going to see the chatter or hear the chatter. Well, Dak can stay on, the $40 million guy can stay on the sideline. We don't need Dak right now. We don't need Dak when he's healthy, right? Like, what? Who have we played? We played Tampa Bay. We played Cincinnati. But we also played the New York Football Giants. And this is still September. It is still September. What the? And so this is okay. I mean, I can only imagine what poor Tony Romo was thinking. I mean, because Tony did what he could with what he had. Tony did what he could, what he had. Yeah, he had some mishaps. They all have mishaps. The modern day GOAT has mishaps. They have bad days. Everyone has bad days. Even MJ may have had a bad day. You got to go really search for it. But MJ had a bad day too. The only person I know had it. Well, no one had a bad day. No, the only person I know that never had a bad day, and everything happened the way he foresaw it was Jesus Christ. Now to us, it was a bad day. What our Savior went through. Yeah. But he foresaw all this. Okay. So let's push that aside. Okay. Everybody has a bad day. Everybody has a bad day. The great ones. Muhammad Ali had a few bad days. The greatest of all time. The greatest of all time had a few bad days. So Tony Romo had some bad days, but he had more better days than bad days. He just what he had to work with. And I always said if he could play with that 2016 offensive line that Prescott had his rookie year. Oh my goodness. Whew. And so Dak continued to shine and won so many people over where people start advocating, pay Dak his money. Pay Dak his money. Cowboy fans, even non-Cowboy fans, pay Dak his money, Jerry. Jerry franchised him. But you can't do that 2 years in a row. We forgot that Dak is the man? He's earned it. That's great. We got a really good backup quarterback in Cooper Rush right now. That's good for us. But damn it, where's some loyalty here? But that's why I'm using the term. I mean, I'm not going to try to throw a blanket over everyone that's under 40. But dude, yeah, like I alluded to earlier, you alluded to earlier, you're good with the YouTube and you're good with finding stats and throwing up and watching film. That's cool. I'm old school. I'm an old school dude, man. I'm old school. I'm old school as the day is long. That's where it is. Nostalgic me. That's who I am. Old school. Old school. But I get why people don't like us. Because I don't like a lot of you when you do this. I'm reading comments, we don't need Dak Prescott. Coop, let's ride Coop. Yeah, let's ride Coop until Dak come back. Okay. I saw ESPN put up his QBR rating. Cooper Rush last night. Finished with 98.2. I think in the second half it was over 100. But he finished with 98.2. Right? One touchdown, no interceptions, 215 yards. He was 21 completions out of 31 attempts. Right? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Dak Prescott's played 7 seasons, right? 7 seasons. Out of those 7, 5 he completed 16 and more games. Of course, the infamous 2020, he played 5 games, he was done. He came back the year later, played 16 games. You know what his rating was last season? What he finished with? I'll wait. Somebody tell me what Dak's rating was when he finished the season last season. Tell me. Tell me what Dak's rating. I'll wait. Please tell me what Dak's rating was. I'm waiting. $104.2. 16 games. Completed 410 attempts out of 596. That's a percentage of 68.8. Dak threw for over 4,000 yards. Averaging 7.5. Dak had the most TDs in his career last season. 37. To 10 INTs. Dak was Dak has a career rating. You ready for this? 98.2. 98.2. And you know why it's only 98.2? Because he got hurt. Anybody could have anyone hit that same tackle could have got hurt. Anyone. It wasn't like, he's fragile, as we would dub Tony Romo. Anyone had got that tackle, obtained that tackle, would have gotten hurt. And then the thing with the hand, okay? How many quarterbacks have gone through that, okay? And the season's not even over with. We're still in September. Dak's coming back. Believe that. So I want to look at Dak's up his career stats and guys, Cowboy fans, fellas, YouTubers, man, I'm disappointed in a lot of you. I'm going to say not the you. Well, it's one particular. I'm not going to call his name out because he does a really, really fabulous job what he does. But he had a live stream going. He had the Dallas Cowboy faithfuls chiming in the chat, and that's Cooper Rush is the man. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna give him his props. But they did that, under the same breath of it's Dak Prescott. That's him. That's Dak Prescott. We don't need him. Oh my gosh. I've been watching football way too long. Way too long. That this is a long season. And as soon as Coop go under some duress, well, we got Dak. Let's go get the same people that said that. Gonna go get Dak. But he heard what his owner said. He heard. He's listening. And I'm sure he may see the media, social media, the same people that was advocating for him to get paid, and now you hate that he got paid now? God. Woo! Hey, I'm glad we got the win. It's the New York Giants. We should win next week as well, because we playing a team that I don't know who we should call them. Right? I don't know who we should call them because I want to call them Redskins because that's what I was started out as, did for many years, and then the football team and the Commanders would sound stupid. Dak is the man. Am I right? Dak is the man. Am I right? He's the best QB in our division. Oh, I couldn't even say that now because that's a guy over in Philadelphia sniffing them shorts. Everybody's sniffing his shorts. He got a good team around him. Okay, all right. That's oh God, man. I'm just, I don't know. I joined the Marine Corps for so many reasons as a young man. I knew they was different than the other branches. And I'm not knocking any other branches. There was just different things that I liked. Because I've always had this aggressive mindset about me, mentality. And that's why I love football, the greatest game in the world. It's the greatest game in the world. And I love basketball too, but football, it's just something that when you can just legally get out there and try to when you can legally get on a field and force your will on another man, and you won't go to jail for it. I like that mentality. I like that concept. Yeah, I love the glory playing on offense too. I mean, that's leagues I played in, and I played running back, right? Occasionally wide receiver, but put me on defense, and it's a team game. It's a team game. That's what makes football so. You're supposed to be loyal to your teammate, to your team. And that's what I love about it. This is not wrestling. And you want to throw Dak Prescott under the bus? Man, I want to talk about winning the daggone game, but when I see this, we're fickle. Our fans are fickle. We're juvenile, anal when it comes to our football team and who we like. I get it, Philadelphia Eagle fans. I get it. I lived in Philadelphia for almost 20 years, man. Almost 20 years I lived in Philly. Defending the Dallas Cowboys, defending our fans. I mean, I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan living in the heart of Philadelphia. It wasn't on the outskirts of Philly. I was in Philly. So I was living in Philly. It was a company my former employer I actually worked for was the general contractor. We won a bid to build the current stadium that the Eagles are playing in right now. Now, I'm in IT. So my job was to set up a network for the subcontractors, the engineers, the architects, whatever, who we was working on the project manager, to set up a network for them to, do their thing. And my company had a suite at the stadium. So when the game time, if the boys was in town, I could sit in the suite. I didn't have to sit amongst the rudely degenerate Philadelphia Eagle fan, the drunkard, the city of brotherly love. That is a joke. But anyhow, the company I worked for, we had a suite, so I would go to the game, and I would see. I can look out on the field, look down, and I can see fans of the Dallas Cowboys in their gear getting harassed. I mean, harassed. So I got to see how Philadelphia interacted with other fans, not just the Cowboy fans, other fans of other teams, when I did go to the game. But I still want my stuff now. Walking to the stadium, walking away from the stadium, on the subway, on the L, on the trolley, going into a store, you're going to get harassed. But you know, you you're gonna and this was during the '80s when Dallas was really not doing too well. So I got to Philadelphia. Well, I got to Philadelphia in '87. Dallas wasn't doing well. I mean, we drafted, Mike Irving in '88 and in Troy in '89. So Dallas wasn't doing well, but the Eagles were, and I had to feel it, man. I had to feel it and see it. I had to, hey, I stood my ground. I defended the fans. I defended the team. I am loyal. If I think we need an adjustment, a replacement, okay, so be it. But Dak have not earned the fact, and neither did Tony Romo, neither earned the fact, okay, need to be benched now. Because you see success, Roger Staubach had a bad day. Roger Staubach had a bad day. To the fellow compadres who's under 40 years old. He was a quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. He's considered the greatest quarterback we've ever had by most. And by some, the greatest quarterback in the history of the league, Roger Staubach. But yeah, Captain Cumberbatch had a bad day or two. And then if you can see somebody coming in, I don't know. I just want to get this out there. I don't know who's going to see this, but I hope it gets to the fans of the Dallas Cowboys, who goes on to the fellow YouTubers' channels and who commented last night, just throw Dak under the bus. We don't need Dak. He's lost a step. He's injury prone now. What the is injury prone? You non-understanding football want to be Dallas Cowboy fan. God. 2016, 16 games. 2017, 16 games. 2018, 16 games. 2019, 16 games. 2020, 5 games. We know why. 2021, 16 games. His best season. He threw for over 4,000 yards. Man. Hey, I couldn't have you guys in my foxhole. That's what the Marines about, man. We going to bicker amongst each other. We going to disagree. But damn it, when it's time to go to war, I trusted you in my foxhole. We good. That guy there in my foxhole, we good. We good. I don't have to worry about that. We good. I'm not going to throw you under the bus. No. You having a bad day? No. We gonna ride and die. You may can't, you may get injured and somebody got to replace you in my foxhole. But I'm gonna say, I know what your mentality. I know what you're capable of doing when you back healthy. I know you're gonna charge and keep it going. Fickle damn fans. Man, it was so late, so I couldn't do anything. I was too sleepy to get on here and shoot up a video. So fan sided got some studs and duds week 3 with heading CeeDee Lamb Fonz redemption. Oh man. Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. When CeeDee dropped that pass, I was ready to cancel his ticket, man. Oh yeah, still on the squad, but hey, you need to go get that jersey. Put that jersey on the side. hang that jersey up, and then we wait somebody else, down the line get that jersey. Do anyone see Drew Pearson dropping that ball? Okay, if you're 40 and younger, you may not know who Drew Pearson is. I may have heard of him. I've seen him, now in his latter years, but you may see him in his prime like I did. So, do you think Drew Pearson from Roger Staubach, or anyone, a backup, had that pass, he would have dropped it, being the number one wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys? All right. After Drew Pearson came Michael Irvin. Hell, I don't even see Alvin Harper dropping that pass. But did you see Michael Irvin wearing number 88 drop that pass? Do you? Do you see Dez Bryant dropping that pass? CD, first game of the season this year. You dropping some passes, bro. You dropping some passes. Number 88, you're not supposed to do that. Oh, yeah, thank you for the miraculous catch you got. Thank you for that incredible one-handed catch, and Cooper letting it go at the right, precise moment for you to have an attempt to get that. Yes, and I can see the glory for Cooper Rush. I get that. But there's going to come a time that you're going to need adapt skills. It's going to come a time. Tony Pollard, stud. They giving Mike McCarthy a dud. And he should, because of the flags that we continue to get. We cannot win the Super Bowl or get to the Super Bowl with that many flags. We led the league in flags last season. So these players need to be fined. There was a D. Lawrence sighting. D. Lawrence came to play. D came to play. D came to play. Good job, D. Lawrence. God. You came to play, brother. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for showing up, D. That shows some consistency now, okay? And Dud. Peyton Hendershot. Who the heck is Peyton Hendershot? Your blocking, man, is atrocious. Atrocious. Stud. D. Armstrong. I'm liking you. I'm digging you, man. I'm digging you, man. I want to see you play some more, man. I'm digging D. Armstrong. Yeah. What you think? What you think of D. Armstrong? Dud. Oh, heck yeah. Matt Ferniak, or whatever his name is. Oh, guard. Dude. Dude. If you don't get any better this season, man, I don't see you on the squad, man. I don't. Stud. Cooper Rush. And I concur. Okay, Cooper Rush. There was some passes that I saw Coop through that was should have been caught. I should have been thrown better. There was over the head of the receiver. There was a couple, at least two, maybe three. I don't like the fact on third down, third, 2, third and 3, third and 4, you throw it to a wide receiver that has not yet gotten past first down marker yet. I think you need to have a quarterback to understand where you are on the field and make sure you have your receiver. This is where you need to be before you get the ball. If you're not beyond that first down marker, I cannot throw you the ball. I got to throw it away. I throw it to somebody else. This is going to make me look bad. CeeDee Lamb, after the first half, stud. That's how they put it. Stats for the game. Tony Pollard, 13 carries, 105 yards. No TDs. Zeke, 15 carries, 73 yards. We had a total of 30 carries, 176 on the ground. And I think I said we're going to get about 175, 180 on the ground. Danny Don Jones had 79 yards on the ground for the Giants. Shaquan Barkley, we had him under 100. He had 81 for 14 carries. So we did our job. Our defense did its job. CD had 8 receptions, 87 yards. He still didn't get that century mark yet. He had 12 targets. Noah Brown, she should have got a stud. He's a stud. Noah Brown, yeah. He may not be the fastest guy in the building, but man, he knows how to catch the ball and he knows where to be. Yes, he do. That's it. I don't want to say anything else. My Cowboy compadres, not everyone, but a lot of young guys, man, it's under 40 years old. Whatever was gleaming in your eye at that moment, and I have to do this with my best friend, who's a Dolphin fan, a Dallas Cowboy closet fan. Roshan Johnson. I have to do this. This guy knows sports. Man, you don't want to debate with him. You don't want to challenge him because he will win 100% of the time. Well, I ain't going to say 100 because I beat him a few times in debate. But he knows not just football. He knows all sport. He knows cricket. Whatever you call that thing where in the Olympics where you have... It looks like a broom, a mop or something. You're pushing this something down. He probably knows that too. But what his beef, what we get into is that, we always like to talk about, as we should, what we see today and why that person is the greatest of all time. And we never think about, okay, have rules changed, or, was that the 3-point line back then? Or, look at Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He has the most points of all time in the NBA without using a 3-pointer. Think about this kind of stuff, man. How can he wasn't as tall as he's 7'2" years. He was 7 feet 2 inches tall, Kareem. Yet he scored more points than Wilt Chamberlain than anyone. And if he was able to play into his 40s so well, he knew how to take care of his body. And he's never mentioned is in the conversation as the GOAT. I know that's another conversation, probably another channel. But Kareem Abdul-Jabbar have more points than Michael Jordan. Who some of his points came from the 3-point line. Same for LeBron James. Okay. So we see what we see in front of us right now. And don't give up on Dak. Fickle fans. Fickle compadres. Don't give up on Dak. Let's ride Coop till Dak come back. It's nice to know we have him in the waiting in case something happens to Dak. Brainchild. I'm done.